So just so you know. Oh, I was pissed that day, dude.
Are you? Man, we're live.
What's up, dude?
Oh, seem like we're
Lagging.
right? Laggy. Well, we'll see how it is.
Let's go kick Jaden off the internet.
Maybe
Man.
that Red Dead Redemption came out, dude. He's gaming it up, slowing everything down. Oh, you know what? Too, I'm still kind of like paused streaming a little bit. Let me go back. Let me take care of this real quick. So what's up, man?
You literally have nothing to do all day, and you can't get this podcast.
I did. I got it
set
up. I got it ready right now. It's ready. I don't know. What do you want from me? Hey, so what's the name of this podcast you're gonna have on your own that you were talking about earlier? It's mythical.
Well, you know, I don't want to reveal anything
No,
too
you can tell
early.
me. I mean, I'm not
I mean, I could. You're right.
Yeah.
I could, but I mean, it's going to be big. So.
Is it? So Eddie tells me he's gonna have his own podcast without me.
I'm guaranteed to have like 3 more followers.
You'll get over 69 subscribers.
Well, I'll make a YouTube account for my mom, for my dad, and for my dog.
Just making all these ghost YouTube accounts, dude. And subscribe.
Dude, 2 weeks vacation. I've been straight bum, man.
You're loving it though.
So.
It feels good, right?
Yeah, I did. I think I kind of needed it, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this year was hard traveling as much as I did back and forth from San Angelo at work, and then I had to school. But shit, this semester's almost over.
Dude, it's going like that because I remember 4 or 5 podcasts ago.
Yeah,
if that many.
It was
back.
August when I signed up, and it'll be over December 5th, I think.
Keep going, dude.
I plan on
kicking
it,
ass.
Man.
Keep going.
I'm actually getting good grades.
Even though school is for suckers.
So we just finished the skeletal system. You know, learning all the bones and everything. Yeah. And I was like, we're going through, and like we started at the head, and there's like, dude, there's so many bones in your head.
And your melon.
And you gotta memorize them, right? Because she like had a skull setting out on the table, and then she'd have like a little tag with an arrow pointing, like, you know, and you had to name on whatever. And so as we're going through, I'm like, where's the penis bone, man?
This guy has a boner, right?
Like, where's the? Come to find out, there's not a bone there. Who knew? It's pretty cool though, man. Like learning the different. Now we're doing muscles, so.
Well, you get to learn about my injury, my distal bicep tendon. Distal.
Why is it distal?
I think from the elbow.
Because it's farther away from the point of origin.
I don't know, dude. I'm a mechanic. That's why I said.
If you had a proximal tear, where would it be?
I guess up here.
Yep, there you go. Easy.
Fuck, man. I'm going to take that class with you. Get an A. Oh, speaking of, I guess somebody doing good in class. Did you see Danielle? She's like posting, like, she has people like wanting to hit her up and like do homework because she's like a nerd and shit like that.
She's
good. That's good for you, Danielle, that you're nerding it out at school and passing them classes.
I kind of feel bad. Like there's this in my A&P lab class. There's this girl that sits at my table, and I'm really kind of sad because she's gonna have to drop the class because she wasn't doing well.
Help her.
She's really great to look at.
Help her out, dude.
Well, it's too late now.
Oh,
it's too late. But I kind of feel bad for her, you know. But she's like, you know, like, how did you do on the test? And I was like, oh, I got an 86, you know. And I was like, how'd you do? And she goes, I got a 50.
Did she apply herself?
And she's like, is that good? And I was like, that's not good. That's an F, you know.
Did she apply herself?
No, that's the thing. That's the thing. But you know, like, it's just young, man.
Like what, 18, 19?
Yeah, she's got to be.
Yeah.
You know, you got to take that shit serious, man, because it's a lot of stuff at once.
Yeah.
And they're not. It's not like high school at all, you know. Frustrates the shit out of me, dude. There are people like, and I guess it's whatever because it's their, you know, they'll lose the attendance points away, but they're like in every one of my classes, there's people that are late every day. Like I get it. Like I understand being a few minutes late here and there or whatever. Or even if you come in like 1 or 2 minutes late every day. If I'm talking like in the middle, like lectures going.
And then just coming in
and
like
they just
in the middle of it.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you think being prior military and just like always knowing that you were 15 minutes early or you're late?
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
You know,
unless it's work, man.
Yeah, unless it's like where we work at now.
Unless it's your paycheck.
It's just a couple minutes late. Nobody's gonna say nothing, right?
So what you been doing on your time off?
Dude, just been healing. It's healing good. You can see I just got a little bit of scab left, a little bit of beef jerky left on the arm there. But dude, it's doing well. Me and you talked earlier, I was like, I haven't started physical therapy yet. But
no pain?
No, there's no pain. It's like I've got like a dull feeling when I like rotate it, but it's getting better. But other than that, man, I've just been healing up, playing a shitload of Nintendo, just gaming it up, watching TV. I burned through season 3 of Daredevil on Netflix.
Watching Pornhub?
Have not really, honestly. I thought I would do a lot of that, but I haven't.
Dude, speaking of TV shows, Mr. In Between.
Right? Dude.
You told me about it, and I was like, I'll get to it. I'll get to it.
Always listen to me, man, when it comes to fucking TV shows, dude.
Like, I'm not all the way done with it yet.
Oh, you're not?
I think I'm like four episodes in. But like that.
So good, dude.
It's insane, man.
So good. I told Dossie about it. And like,
I can't believe that's on FX, dude.
Yeah, man. FX, they've got they're turning, like remember we were talking last podcast, like Sopranos set the bar, like all these shows now and all these companies that have those shows, they have to do that if they want to get these.
But is that just a streamed show? Or is that a show you can watch on cable? Because they cuss, man.
Yeah. I think it comes on. It comes on now. Like, we didn't really notice it, man, but like, remember the show NYPD Blue?
Mm-hmm.
They cussed on that, but it showed so late in the evening. You didn't really watch it. But then, like, those people that were really into it, there was cussing in that bitch. Occasionally, the F word, shit. They would have those swears in there. They were like kind of the pioneers for like normal television. But yeah, like now, yeah, all the shows are like that, dude. But that's a good show, isn't it?
Sure, dude. Like,
dudes
named Ray are badasses.
Oh, right. You need to watch The Magician.
Yes, I do need to do that still.
It's kind of like the prequel to old
Dude,
Ray.
When you texted me the other night and you're like, hey, about to watch Making a Murderer, and I was like, I've already seen that. It was a good documentary,
Mm-hmm.
And so I turned on Netflix. Like, I was like, he's just now seeing this. Like, I didn't know there was a part 2.
Dude, I didn't realize that either because like I wanted to finish part 1. I got 3/4 through it.
Yeah.
And then I just through hearing people and then like just kind of getting spoiler alerted on my phone, I kind of knew that he's been in jail and all that stuff. But yeah, this one is like they're gonna try to get him out.
Dude, that's crazy. Like, where did I leave off last night? I left off last night where they went to...
I'm still on episode 1 of season 2, by the way.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I won't say much.
Don't spoiler alert me. I mean, give me a spoiler alert if you're going to do this. I mean... I could go and straight up ruin...
All I would say is they're at the federal appellate court for Brendan Dassey.
Yeah, his nephew.
Yeah. So... if that gives you any idea. So they're one court below the Supreme Court. So if that gives you...
this shit thrown out, dude, that guy's going to be walking.
Dude, it's kind of... I don't know what to think about it, though. Like, so you've seen part 1,
Yeah.
So let's assume that you were wrongfully convicted of something.
Okay.
And you went to prison, and that conviction gets overturned. Would you sue for that lost time?
Doesn't everybody that get?
Well, I mean, I don't know, but would you?
Yeah. You're never going to get that time back. So,
but
you need to compensate me.
I just wonder
because I was wrongfully accused.
I just wonder if Stephen Avery, if this is going where I think it's going,
Mhm.
if Stephen Avery was
Did the things-
plotted
Mhm.
against, like, because I think that's basically the premise of the part 2.
like the real killer's still out there.
Like the real killer, like somebody, like he was set up big time by the people that he sued, because I think he sued the county basically of where he lived, you know, the DA, he sued the county because those people are, you know, the county's going to probably, I bet they have some kind of malpractice insurance for, you know, law enforcement and stuff like that. But if that's the case, I don't know, man. I think I may just ride off into the sunset
And just love that freedom.
and just, yeah, because dude, he spent 18 years in prison.
Has he been in there that long?
Well, not now.
Oh,
Like the first time.
oh, yeah.
You know, the part 1,
Yep.
and he got out. He had been in there for 18 years.
He goes back in again.
It's
Yeah, I almost want to like go back to season 1 and start it from the middle, and then to catch myself back up, because I've forgotten so much. And it was one of those shows that I'd start for a little bit, and then I think I was watching some other shows too.
Did you watch the recap?
No, maybe I need to just do that.
I would just Google like part 1 and just read part 1. Like just read like the, because it'll
There's
have
TV. I don't need to read.
Well, so you don't have to rewatch it. I'm just saying you could.
What is that, by the way?
Thin Red Line.
Where'd you get that?
I got it given to me.
Is it plastic, metal?
No, it's plastic.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just a rubber
Oh, okay. Pretty cool.
bracelets. Yeah.
Anyways,
It's you know, cops have the thin blue line,
Mhm.
firefighters thin red line.
I like it. I didn't know what it was at first until I saw
Yeah.
that. So then now it makes sense to me.
Flag represent a cause, you know.
You got a rainbow one on the other wrist, or you took that one? I noticed you took that one off before we started, before we went live. I saw you go down like. Took your other one
I
off.
voted Democrat this year.
Did you?
Did you really vote yet?
Huh? Oh, actually, I was at the mall naked in the parking lot. Oh, I saw him on my on Facebook. Someone, I don't want to say her name because I don't know, but if she wants me to talk about her, and it's nothing bad. But she had posted she went to the mall to go vote, and I guess when she was in the parking lot, there was like a naked guy, like straight up naked in the mall babbling parking lot, dude. I replied back to her. I was like, "What's the problem?"
Just hanging out.
I don't know if he was doing that because like he's like, "Hey, go get your votes" or whatever. I don't know. Just naked.
Did he get arrested?
I don't know. But then I started reading the comments. Some of the comments, like somebody's like said that like they saw him, that he actually started twerking and doing all sorts of stuff, like fully nude. Yeah.
Did you see that video of that dude get tased in the mall?
Oh my gosh, dude.
Dude, faceplant.
I showed that to Jade, and I was like, dude, you were right there by GameStop. You walked by. Jade's like, was I there? I was like, dude, if you were there, you would have noticed that dude getting tased.
Yeah, that shit was cool.
Right? But hey, you know what, dude?
Those stupid games win stupid prizes.
What's up with those two cops on there, man? They almost got folded up by one dude. One guy did a tuck and roll.
Yeah. Well,
Come on,
I
man.
don't know.
And then he's running around and like the little microphone's off. I don't know, man. It's just good for those guys that they did that. They stopped whatever he was doing that was wrong. But like, I don't know. It didn't look good on camera, man.
Well,
The dude got all rolled up.
I mean, I'm not a law enforcement expert, but I've watched a lot of cops and live PD. And when people say they don't have warrants,
Yeah.
they usually have warrants. That guy's like, man, I ain't got no fucking warrants, man.
Boom.
And then, yeah.
He's like, I'm booking it to Dillard's. He was going the wrong way to go to Dillard's, by the way. He was booking the J.C. Penney's.
So I'm just looking for Bath and Body Works.
I just want to go get me some of these cookies from that Coastal Cookies. I just want to get me a pizza from that Dante's. He got zapped, dude.
Dante's some good shit.
It is. But yeah, I saw that video. It was pretty funny. But no, I didn't go vote yet, man. Did you? I didn't get my vote on yet. Gonna vote for that. Gonna vote for that Beto.
Well, actually, I'm going to go vote for Beto O'Rourke, and then I'm going to go turn my AR-15s into
I saw a guy doing that
Abilene PD.
on like again Facebook. Some guy was like, and like cops right there. He's like, so I'm just curious, why are you doing this? He's like, I don't need them anymore. There's no really reason for me to have a AR-15. I'm like, dude, you're stupid. Keep your gap, man.
It's kind of interesting.
But some people, that's their choice. If they want to turn in their weapons, go for it, dude.
My dad, he made him and I, we've talked in the past about, like why I have an AR-15 and stuff, because you got to understand my dad's old school,
And your dad was law enforcement.
He's 76. Yeah, but like when he was law enforcement, dude, he had a 38, like a.
He was kind of like the law enforcement for like when John Rambo was out in the woods.
Yeah,
kind of like that.
Yeah, and anyways, he goes, I just don't know. I don't know why you need to have a 30-round magazine. And I was like, well, I'll be honest with you. I don't need it. Mm-hmm. I don't. I said, and I have a lot of them. I do. I gotta, because like whenever they go on sale, like on Palmetto State Armory or Midway,
stock up.
I just buy them. But what's great about it is like, oh, I want to go shoot. I just grab a bunch of magazines, and then I'm not sitting at the range or wherever I'm shooting, reload magazines. Just shoot.
You can go out there and
then reload my gun. And then I can go home later
and then reload magazines there.
But the principle, I think, is because we can have them in Texas, we can have them. Mm-hmm. So as long as you can legally have something, why not have it? You know what I mean? Then it's up to personal preference whether or not you want it or not. Mm-hmm. But what's crazy is I've been to Cabela's quite a few times in Colorado, mm-hmm. and they sell AR-15s and they sell handguns and they sell all that stuff, but they are a non-high capacity.
So they're 10 round magazines.
So you get a 10 round magazine. Like that's California. Why, guess where Magpul, who makes 30 round magazines, they couldn't, they manufacture this stuff. They were based in Colorado.
They moved to Texas.
They moved to Texas and they moved to Wyoming.
No shit.
They moved straight north, a couple hours. And then, Wyoming and Texas love it because, you're bringing jobs to our state.
Yeah.
And
you guys have magazines that are this big instead of this big.
And I don't know what the stat is. I'm going to look it up real quick. Mm-hmm. But I think because I always screw it up when I say it about Wyoming and guns. Let's see, guns.
Wyoming, the Wyoming kid. Hey, speaking of Wyoming, dude, that lady he sent me that was running for office.
Yeah,
what's the matter?
It's in my hometown, dude.
What is the matter with that?
I don't know, dude. Somebody posted it, and I was like, "Holy shit!" And the person's page that I read it on, I commented, "Wow," and I got immediately, "Do you know her?" I'm like, what do you mean, dude? No, I don't.
Dude, you gotta fill everybody in on what you sent me, dude. This is hilarious. I love it.
So, basically, okay. So first, before we get to that,
okay, you need to talk about the magazines.
So Wyoming mm-hmm. has. I just had it. All right, so the top 10 most heavily armed states in the country. Wyoming has 195.7 guns per 1,000 residents. We're number 1 in the country.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. District of Columbia, DC.
Yeah.
Is second with 66.4 guns per 1,000 residents.
Shit.
Yeah. So, and that, that's, I guess they determine that from ATF's National Firearm Registration Transfer Records. So when you go buy a gun, you fill out the ATF paperwork. Mm-hmm. That's what they're basing it off.
Oh, okay.
So let's look at the population of Wyoming. Current Wyoming population. So in 2017, the current population of Wyoming was 579,000 people.
Okay.
The whole state.
579,000?
The whole state.
Wow. Okay.
So 197 guns per 1,000. That's insane, right?
Yeah, they love their guns, dude.
Yeah. All right, so moving on.
Dude, you got to talk about that lady.
I will. This is crazy.
What's her name? Deborah Reno. I'm looking it up, what you sent me. Deborah Reno. She was going to be she's running for a city council in Evanston, Wyoming, which is Andy's hometown. and she got herself in a little bit of controversy. Well, honestly, I don't think there's anything wrong with what she was doing, dude. She was a massage therapist, yoga instructor, but her side hustle.
So this is good. So so she is running for city council, and I don't know like how it was found out, but it was found out that she was selling her dirty panties. That was her side hustle.
Yeah, and dude, I think she
online.
She also had like a channel, dude, an online.
Yeah, well, so
she had videos where she was doing striptease, dude.
So she was selling that, and then she was selling her sweaty gym shorts.
She'd get my vote, dude.
And then then she had that striptease thing.
Deborah Reno.
And but it was just, but you know, she come out and said like, hey, this is what I've been doing. And she's like,
she's honest.
She's like, well, I don't know if it was a good idea or whatever. And so when she started running, it was brought up, and like, I guess her and her campaign manager talked about like, is this going to be an issue, you know? And they went on it anyways. I think probably hoping that it would never come up.
But it did.
It did, you know, and probably because knowing my town, there's probably people on the city council or in the city hall or in the county government's probably buying the damn panties. I would assume.
And like anything, it's
Misty Crockett. Misty Crockett's her alter ego.
Yeah. So like anything when it's politics, dude, if there's some dirt on you or some skeletons
it's coming out
in your closet, man, they're gonna come out, man. So be prepared.
It's just crazy because it's my hometown.
Misty Crockett.
So another story going back to 2003, after we get back from Guam, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're home and everything, and I get an email from a friend that's from my hometown, and he just sends me a link, and he goes, dude, you gotta check this out. And that's all he says, right?
Yeah.
And so before I click on it, I reply back, I'm like, dude, like, what is it? Like,
yeah.
I don't, you know, like, and he goes, just check it out. And so I click on it, and I was like, that's Miss Harold. That was one of my teachers in high school.
She's a stripper.
No. She had an online like porn subscription site.
Dang.
Yeah, and
what's
then
the website?
No, it's not.
It's not.
It's not anymore. Yeah, this was. She's so her alter ego was Maria Cedar.
Dude, what's in the water in Evansville,
I don't know.
Wyoming?
That's crazy. But I remember like she taught my keyboarding class, and I took a.
She hot, dude.
Yeah, she was good looking. You know, for her age, I think she was in her 40s when I was in school, and I mean, you could tell she had some aftermarket equipment, and she always wore like dresses.
Yeah.
You know, kind of not super short, but not like
just kind of right there,
conservative.
Just right there on the line.
And so of course, you know, you got all these like crazy like puberty boys in school, right? Well, then she would go to the gym, and we had an indoor track, you know, and she'd run after work or after school, right? So you could walk in the gym, and she'd be in like a tank top and like tight-ass booty shorts running, you know. So it didn't really surprise me. However, some of the things that she was into did surprise me.
Oh, wow.
But so I paid the $10 and got the subscription, right? And you can chat with her, you know. And so I'm like, hey, Miss Harold, this is Andy. You remember me?
Yeah, your student.
And she's like, and she replied back, she's like, what are you doing? I was like, well, you know, I got this link or whatever, you know. Well, what I didn't know at the time, and it's just crazy timing. So basically what happened was my buddy, his dad, was like a prominent city figure.
Yeah.
And so he probably got the intel, right? I was like, hey, this is what's going on. Well, So one of the things that my hometown did for all members of the armed forces that was from there was the Uintah County Herald, which was the newspaper.
Mhm.
They sent us newspapers
Okay.
every, it come out twice a month or once a week. No, yeah, it would come out once a
That
week.
shit doesn't happen anymore.
No, I don't know. So they would send because who reads a newspaper,
Yeah.
right? So they would send a newspaper out. So like literally 2 weeks after I get this email, I get the subscription, and like, because she was like, "Oh, you shouldn't be on here," and blah blah, all this.
Yeah.
Well, I get the newspaper, hometown newspaper, and it was funny because the girl that I was married to at the time, we went to high school together. This lady's husband was her volleyball coach, so she knew the family very well.
Yeah.
The whole family.
Mm-hmm.
They had kids. And so I get the newspaper, right? And it's like, it's front page. Of course, it's front page news,
right?
like, which I'm sure this was.
Mm-hmm.
And she would have been cool. Like they couldn't have, the school board could not have fired her
or
done anything about it because it had nothing to do with the school, except the fact that some of the photos that were on her page and videos that was on her page were shot in her classroom. Like literally, I was like, I've turned homework in on that desk.
And she's getting railed on that desk.
Yeah, garden hoses and crazy stuff, dude. Crazy stuff. So yeah, it's insane. So fast forward a few years.
Wyoming.
So fast forward a few years, I go home, I go out to a bar with some friends or whatever.
You see her.
And she's at the bar, dude. And like, she come over and she was like super embarrassed and I was like, I couldn't be the only one that was one of your students that I had to see it, dude. Like,
like nobody else knew except for you, or
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, and I'm like, I'm in the military in Texas. I get on and I don't give a shit what you do.
Yeah.
But it was crazy. Yeah, so we talked a little bit.
Did you hook
I was
up
like,
with her?
no, I didn't know.
No.
She's still married to her husband.
Way to ruin that. What was the point of this story, Andy?
Just the crazy stuff.
I thought you were going to tell me you hooked up.
So when I saw this, I was like, it doesn't surprise me, man.
That was funny.
Selling panties. I guess that's one way to put my hometown on the map. Man.
Misty what? Misty Crockett?
Misty Crockett, yeah. I don't think she does it anymore.
No, but yeah, dude, that's
not
cool
right
stuff,
now.
Dude. Not yet. Not anymore.
I wonder what the revenue was like, man.
Like, I wonder
what she was making. I mean,
both of those individuals that you're talking about, both those females from your hometown, they were probably making good money, man. That's why they kept doing it, and probably there was a reason why they like doing that, man. They like that attention, dude.
Oh yeah, I'm sure, man.
I mean, I put a sex tape out, nothing's happening.
Well, a self-sex tape or
what other kind of tape you want to put out, man? Isn't that weird how some celebrity like Kardashians, like that's dude, and like Paris Hilton, that's how they pretty much made it big, dude. A sex tape.
Yeah.
And then there's been a few other celebrities, kind of like B-rated celebrities, done the same thing, and they just try to get that wave, dude, of just being popular. But man, for some of them, it works out, and it was probably for these two ladies that we're talking about in your hometown, it was working out for them.
Yeah, but I'm, like to me, like, okay, so she had that subscription site and she was doing whatever she was doing and she was making good money. Like, why would you keep being a teacher? I don't know.
Maybe she liked to do both, man.
Maybe.
But
I don't know. I guess it depends on how, like if it was a smear campaign from the other person running, I would probably be more apt to vote for like if I was like, I like her views and I like what she's saying, I would probably vote. But it come out a different way. I don't know if I'd vote for her. But at the end of the day, what does that have to do with the kind of job that she would do as a city councilwoman?
Decent at doing that job. She might be very good at doing that job. So occasionally she wants to send you her panties in the mail if you pay for them. But if she does a smoking job in the city, right? Why not vote for that person?
It's just
People have more. It's a moral thing. Yeah, I understand
dilemma.
that, man.
I don't know. This shit's crazy. But who's really though? Who buys dirty panties?
Dude, there's some weirdos out there.
There are some weirdos.
There's
out
some
there.
weirdos. Hey, I got a package for us. It came in the mail too. It's from Evanston, Wyoming.
Oh, those are my underwear. I sent the box to my sister and then had her send it here. Really though? I don't know.
That is weird. Some people are into some weird shit, man. Dude, we would have had a good guest tonight, but things happened. They had to cancel. Totally understandable.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know,
but it'll happen. We'll have another guest on here. It's one day.
One day.
Yeah.
I think like December, between like December and when I start school back up, man, we should be able to knock out some more.
You're fixing to go on a vacation, aren't you?
Yeah, I just got off of vacation.
No,
well,
like,
I was originally gonna take my vacation
Yeah.
time in November. Yeah, I'm gonna head out to Colorado, see our old friend Nicholas Hyman.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. You know, we just go do like fun
Mhm.
stuff. We don't like do anything crazy or anything, but I don't know. Have you ever been to Colorado? Dude, there's
Never been to Colorado, man.
So much fun stuff to do there.
Closest I've been to Colorado is New Mexico. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
We kind of have a tradition when I go out there. We go to this place called the Buckhorn Exchange
Mhm.
in Denver. It's been there since the like 1800s. It's liquor license number 1 in Colorado.
Oh wow.
And it's in the original building and
Yeah.
everything. Anyways, you go in and it's a 2-story building and it's all, you know, old, and like they got the original bar in there, everything. They got animal heads all over, and then they got pictures of like famous people that's been there. And it's kind of
So it's one of those places that you've got to go to.
oh yeah, you got to go, man. And the food, like they cook all different kinds of wild game.
Mm.
It's been on I think Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. I think he's been there. I think Man vs. Food's been there.
So the Food Network has covered this
Yeah,
place.
they've been there. It's a
Yeah.
pretty famous place in the country. But they have so we go there and they're special. Like they have this special all the time. Is like a 16-ounce buffalo ribeye that's 21 days aged. And like it was funny, man, because you know,
How much is that, dude?
it's like $40.
It's pretty spendy. I
It-
thought
it
that would
is.
be more.
Well, so the last time I went there, it's been 2 years since I've been there. It costs for me, Nick, and Amanda and their son to eat, and then we get an appetizer of Rocky Mountain oysters,
Mhm.
which is bull balls. You know, they fry them, batter them, fry them,
Mhm.
and then like we always drink quite a bit. It was like I think the bill was like $300.
Damn.
But the food
It's
is
good.
phenomenal, and then you're just you're in that atmosphere.
Yeah,
and
where
it's
everybody's
kinda
doing
cool.
that. Yeah.
It's cool, man. And then they have this guy where he like where the bar is upstairs. They got kind of like a lounge area and a bunch of this like antique style furniture,
Yeah.
you know. And you can go up there and sit and like drink. And they got this guy and he plays everything from like John Denver to Johnny Cash, Elva. He plays all different kinds of music.
He's up there with the guitar.
Like yeah, he sits
Jam
up there.
away.
He sits up there with a guitar. Then like he'll play like Irish songs with a fucking accordion,
Oh yeah.
and he'll like put a different hat on for like what he's doing. But like you read they have a story about it, and their menu is set up like an old time newspaper,
Mhm.
and that's what it is, a newspaper. And they had like a story in there. I was reading about him, and basically like he just did that a few nights a week. Like he worked for some factory or something.
Where he just goes in there, moonlights.
He goes in there and he
puts on a little
plays
show.
because he enjoys playing the music.
Yeah.
And then people tip him and stuff, you know. Well, he lost his job. He'd worked at this place for many years, and I guess it closed down, and he lost his job. And so the Buckhorn Exchange, like the owner was like,
You're
"Why don't
right.
you just come do
Yeah,
this
he's just a
full
regular
time?
dude. Yeah.
Just come do it full time. We'll pay you." So they pay him to do it, and then he gets,
And then he gets those tips
and
on
he
top
gets
of
his
that.
tips too. Yeah,
How
it's really
awesome is
cool,
that?
man. It's just a cool atmosphere.
Yeah.
Because you're stepping back into time, you know. you know, they get stories about, you know, Wild West type shit happening there. It's pretty cool.
Well, that's good, man. I hope you have a good time up
We're
there.
gonna go there. I think we're set up to tour New Belgium Brewing Company's brewery, because that's a big thing, especially in that area where Nick lives. Is like craft brews.
Craft brews and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. It sounds awesome.
Yeah, it'll be fun, man. I gotta dude, plane tickets are expensive, man. It was like $400.
Drive, dude.
Not for 4 days.
Yeah,
Dude, it's
fly.
it's 12 hours.
Yeah,
drive.
just fly, dude.
So I leave in fact, I may have you help me with that.
Great.
Can I park my car here?
I don't give a shit. Yeah, so you don't have to pay the things.
Will you take me to the airport and pick me up?
Yeah, dude. You just leave your car here.
So that Thursday, my plane leaves at 5 a.m.
Thursday when?
next Thursday. Like the 8th. No, 6th. Yeah, the 8th.
So you just can come over here and I'll take you to the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I'm not doing anything. I'm on short-term disability,
Yeah,
man.
cool.
I can cruise that that Mazda. Is it all wrecked and stuff still? Again?
Yeah.
I don't need that
It
parked
ain't,
over
it
here.
ain't screwed
I
up.
don't need that parked over here looking like
I had to pick. Oh, so when was it?
You hit another pig, dude?
My dad's truck.
God, dude.
When it was raining. Yep. So, I hit it on the left driver's side bumper.
Damn. So the bumper's all.
Yeah. So I got to file a claim. I think.
What is up with the animals and you and vehicles?
Dude, I don't know, man.
That's crazy.
I don't know. And I could understand it. If I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah. Was it another
driving
pig or a
crazy.
deer
It was
or
a
was
pig.
pig? Jeez.
But they just they appear out of nowhere. They do. They're I think they're shapeshifters, dude.
They appear out of nowhere.
They do. It actually ended up being 2 pigs because I went back I don't remember when it was. We had a meeting. It was the night after or the Tuesday after the barbecue. You guys
Okay.
come out, and
That was fun, by the way. Pretty cool. Even though I missed the Elvis impersonation, but going out there was pretty neat.
we did really well.
Did you
too.
good, man?
Yeah, we ended up. I think we grossed $5,300 that night.
What was the goal?
10.
10, but yeah, you
know.
got to have a high goal, man.
But anyways, I was going back and it was raining real hard,
Mhm.
and I wasn't driving fast because there's a lot of low water crossings where water
Yeah.
pulls up, and I just come out of one of those and started to accelerate. I was going probably 40, 45, and it was raining hard, and I had my bright lights on, and I just hear boom, and I was like, "What the hell?" And I just saw something fling off the road. And so I get into Winters, get to the gas station, and I pull in under the where the pumps are, and I get out, and I'm like, "Son of a bitch!" And I knew it was a pig because there was hair
in there.
stuck in the bumper. So I'm gonna see.
What if there's a hair and then some denim?
Don't say that.
He clipped a dude walking, a hitchhiker.
That's not
Guys
funny,
all-
man.
And you're all, oh man, what's that? What's the hit a pig?
Well, I know it was pigs because the next night I went out there and there was 2 pigs dead on the side of the road. But I think I'm gonna file a claim, and I think I'm gonna see if they'll just pay to put a front bumper replacement grill guard on the front of that truck.
You just put a parallel parker on that joker.
Yeah, like a ranch hand or something.
Brush guard.
Because it's probably going to be the same price.
Yeah.
I mean, those things are $1,000.
hmm And then you get that, it's actually protecting your vehicle.
Yeah,
You should get one for your Mazda. What,
right.
dude? You look like Mad Max.
Like that Charger in the
That
parking
Charger in the
lot.
parking lot. I do. If it was the zombie apocalypse, I would drive that guy's car.
That dude is a fuel cell guy.
He's been in
Yeah.
tank too long.
That car's
That's
weird,
why his
man.
car looks like that.
Dude, I don't know if he still has that. Remember he had that deer skull? With the
Yeah,
horns?
dude, on the
just
front.
little one.
Every
Weird.
time I looked at that
He
thing,
hit me up about selling the Toyota.
Yeah, I remember you telling it. But every time I look at his car, man, I'm just like, hey, that's what he likes.
He's
It's
got
cool.
the.
Well, I'm like, dude,
Well, the
apocalypse car,
the
dude.
funny thing about it is it's an old police cruiser
mhm.
because it's got the push bar, that he built off of, and then it's got the spotlight,
Yep.
and then it's got the wheels. Those just steel wheels.
Just
with
looks
that
like a
flat.
cop car,
It does
dude,
look like
but
a
it's
cop
all-
car. And then he's
all
got
Mad
those
Maxed out.
fake bullet hole stickers on it.
He likes that thing. That's what he likes.
Shit
He's
cracks
rolling
me.
that.
Yeah, I mean, hey, whatever.
Yeah. But anyways, you should put one of those guards on the car, man.
We can fab one up here in your garage.
You could, dude.
But yeah, we had a good turnout, man. We actually had, I think we had less people,
Mm-hmm.
but like through donations that night.
You did really
and
well.
the food and the raffle stuff that we did well. I mean, we probably had that was our biggest fundraiser that we've put on, where we've made the most. So
I didn't realize, just looking at the pictures of the fire department, it's actually a pretty big it's a pretty big shop. On the picture, I'm like, it looks kind of like not dinky, but I'm like, it looks kind of small. But I got there and I'm like, this is actually a pretty big operation.
Yeah, and it's about to be bigger.
That's what you're saying. Up behind it,
we're
about to get more trucks. That's pretty cool, man. That is awesome that you got that out there. You're running that.
Did you see did I show you the picture of the we had a guy out there that lives well, he doesn't live, he's just got land, he's got a little cabin up above where I lived out there.
Yeah.
And his name is Mark Shannon. Cool guy. He was in the Air Force. I think he was security forces, and he does something out on the base still. But he has a drone, and he brought that drone out there.
Oh yeah, remember I told you I saw you. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. I texted you that picture. That's pretty cool, man.
That's cool, man.
That's a cool picture.
It was real easy for me to pick you out because it's that kind of that dumb gait. Yeah, I was like, "There's Andy." That's Andy right there. But it was a cool picture, man.
Yeah, it was neat, man.
Dude, those drones, I was thinking about, those things are crazy, man. I mean, I know we have drones that are weaponized, but man, imagine weaponized just something like that. Like somebody goes to the house or goes to the store, goes to his house, gets that operational, and just like puts like a little 22 on it.
Dude, you can buy drones for, I mean, pretty cheap. Like you can buy a nice one at like Sam's Club for like, I don't know, $500-600.
You're supposed to get those licensed or registered, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, think about that. Like you could just outfit it with a little caliber.
Dude had a fucking 3D printer, man.
And you can weaponize that thing, dude.
It's crazy.
It's scary.
Yeah.
But badass.
So what do you think about that article I sent you about where was it at? Was it in Sweden or Denmark or somewhere? That dude that had that pod that you could kill yourself with?
Yeah, that's strange, dude.
Crazy, right? I didn't realize that like a lot of those European countries
why?
Didn't regulate.
Because it's so damn gloomy there and depressing.
Assisted suicide.
They wanted to kill themselves, man. Because it's just like for example, when we had 2 weeks of nonstop rain, dude. I mean, that you looked every day, looked out there, you're all, ugh. It was just,
dude, that's why that first week of vacation,
man.
I didn't do shit.
Yeah, you're just like, you don't want to do anything. And then these people, they live in a climate that's like that all the time. So yeah, there's a guy that came up with this capsule to help people kill themselves.
Basically, you sit in it, and you can only control it from the inside, which was probably smart. So like, because I would get one, put Johnny in it. Be like, hey, dude, I'd just get you like, and then bring you back.
But somebody.
It uses nitrogen.
Is that what they're doing?
Yeah, it just uses nitrogen, and so the nitrogen floods in, and you basically get that you get like a feeling of euphoria, and then you just pass out, because you're depriving your body of oxygen.
And then you never wake back. You're getting a slow choke out, dude.
Yes, yeah, slow suffocation. Absolutely. Yep. That's crazy though, dude. That's like, oh man, I gotta show Johnny this.
Yeah. Did you see what I told you? I said we should get one for the podcast. Call it a deprivation tank.
You'll get our sensory deprivation tank.
I'm not gonna say what you said next.
Just push that button. When you get in there, you get
just
comfortable.
Float out, relax.
Like, guys, I feel like I'm dying.
Wait, they say 5 minutes, dude. Right?
5 minutes. You're just gone.
That's what I read in the article. 5 minutes. But there's a chicken out button.
So then my thing is like,
what if you got past the part where you're like, you do want chicken out, but you don't have enough in you to, and you're done, dude.
That thing's a little terrifying. It's scary looking.
So
man.
do you like? I'm trying to figure out how I would do this. Like I just take it out to like my favorite place, just
I don't know.
sit there, like drink a couple beers,
You gotta post this article that
Eat
you
a-
found on our
eat a steak, and then like because somebody's got to
On the
find
page.
you. But I guess that capsule, like they can just bury you in that capsule.
Or is it like one of those things like whenever you like you got like a shitload of trash you got to dump and you don't want to go to the dump, but you just call like the city and they put the dumpster there. You know, what if it's like that? And they're like, hey, just drop off. It's like almost like one of those mini storage things where what's that
Yeah.
called?
Like a pod or
Yeah.
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 I know what
where
you're talking
they
about.
just drop it off at your house.
You fill it
I
up with a
should
bunch
be
of trash.
dead probably Tuesday, if not Tuesday, Wednesday. But for sure Wednesday. So just
But-
come back and pick it up then.
But if I have second thoughts, how much would an extra day be? And they're like, well, if you rent it for 3 days, we'll give you a 4th day for free.
Yeah. How does it all work?
What is going on in this world? man?
That's crazy, man. The stuff that you read and you find on
Oh.
the internet, it's insane, man.
It's crazy.
Insane. Hey, speaking of insane, you know how we were talking about fighting last week about the whole UFC thing? I sent you that article that the whole MMA world's kind of getting kind of crazy because they're doing their very first actual fighter trades between fight companies. Ben Askren is probably going to come to the UFC, and Demetrius Johnson is going to go to ONE FC. It's the very first time they've ever done this, and I think it's going to happen. And that's awesome.
So is ONE FC, is it like a kind of like an up and coming Bellator type thing?
It's like that. It's like Bellator. ONE FC is not as popular as the UFC, but you know, it's like Bellator. If anything, there's
you know
some
what I
very
like
good, there's some
about,
very good
'cause
fighters.
you're
on
turning
this.
me into a freaking MMA nerd.
I love it.
Bellator is cool. I like the whole tournament thing,
That is neat, right?
That
They
is
have that
cool.
tournament thing going on, and then they also have just other fights.
but there's fights
All the time, dude. Yeah.
Did you listen to Dustin Poirier on
I was with Theo.
Theo Vaughn?
Yeah, I'm like 3/4 of the way done.
That's pretty interesting. He's another one of those. I'm sure there's a lot of them, but
Mhm.
he's another one of those self-made dudes that
Yep.
didn't have shit, and then
Yeah, I like Dustin Poirier. He's a great fighter. He's a good fighter. I don't know if he's ever going to be the champ though, because that division he's in, there's a lot of killers, and especially now that Ben Askren is coming to the UFC, he's in that weight division, welterweights, and he's going to wreck all those guys, dude. Like Ben Askren could easily beat Khabib, easily.
really,
Yeah, Dana White just didn't like him because he thought he was a boring fighter, and doesn't think he's marketable.
So why is Khabib, man? I mean,
Yeah, dude, I don't know.
You know
I
what
think
I
there was
mean?
some other stuff too. Like Ben Askren, like it's been 9 or 10 years since he's been punched in the face, and he's an active fighter. He hasn't been punched in the face in like 10 years.
kudos.
Yeah, right?
Like, but that's not what sells. That's not what people.
Yeah,
You know, the average person, like you, and I'm probably kind of getting there now because I'm learning more about it. But
you start to appreciate
you
that.
you appreciate the technique
Yep,
and
the
what's
art
going
form.
on, the art form.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
then, but what sells fights
It's
is the knockouts and the bloody faces and
Everyone wants to see that. I want to see that too. But like, if you start to like follow some of these fighters, dude, it's amazing the stuff that they've accomplished.
well, what really interests me is the fight camp. You know, the training camp leading up to a big event.
Yeah.
The work that they put in, the time that they put in. Because I'll be honest, man, I'll be like, I just worked out yesterday.
yeah. Yeah, dude, there's a lot of money on that. I mean,
Oh yeah.
these MMA fighters still aren't making the money that boxers are making.
Yeah, but Khabib's
coming
purse
up.
was $2 million.
Oh yeah, I don't even know if he ever got to get that.
Oh,
But yeah, it's coming up, man. And that sport is just it's gonna take over, man,
and I guess
if it hasn't already.
Dustin Poirier's got a torn labrum,
Yep, his legs busted up.
and he's supposed to be getting stem cell therapy.
Yeah, because he was gonna fight Nate Diaz.
Dude, so think about this. You know, like we've talked about stem cell therapy before, and like how it could, you know, it's helped a lot of people and stuff. What if they like I wonder if it's illegal because I was talking to like Roland. You met Roland at the fire, and little did I know he listened to the podcast.
Yeah.
But you know, we were talking kind of, and he goes, man, that stuff's scary. Stem cells scary, man. If they could like create humans with that, you know, like create like because like you could grow organs. What if you could recreate a human, or you could keep a real dangerous person alive for a long time?
Oh wow!
That
Oh
way.
yeah, thinking about that way.
You know, we think about athletes or people that are sick or injured, and it'd be a quick way a healthy way, a natural way to heal and give them, you know, longer
But
life.
then there's a use for it on the diabolical edge, right? Using it crazy.
Yeah, I think that's like with anything in science, though, dude.
Or what if you cross those with that, and then that dark podcast with that guy from MIT about AI?
Right? Yeah, that's crazy how he talks about artificial intelligence. We're already using a lot of that stuff, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they call them Facebook algorithms,
Mm-hmm.
but that stuff populates what you like. You know, what I mean,
Like I got lazy with my phone. Like occasionally I get, I'll like point it at stuff like barcodes, and it'll tell me where it's from. You know, I'm just doing it for fun. But like and like I could take this and like just point it at let's say I went to APD, the police station, and I just pointed it at that building. It'll pop up and tell me what that is, where that building's at. Isn't that pretty cool? Artificial intelligence, dude.
Yeah.
Neat shit.
I remember like the very first I had when the iPhone first came out.
Yeah.
I got one, and
You used to have an iPhone.
yeah, it's
All
great.
Podcast is over.
I used to be an Apple nerd, man.
I know.
I had an iMac, I had Apple TV.
You were vested.
I even had because I had an Xbox,
Mhm.
right? And so I had my Xbox hooked up to the TV in the living room. I don't remember why.
So you can run your Apple TV and all
No,
that.
this was before Apple TV.
Okay.
But you could download like a software patch, and it would allow you to stream Apple movies. So I had I had the iMac in my bedroom with a 500 gig hard drive,
Mhm.
and I had tons of movies and music and everything. It would allow me to stream the movies out on my TV.
Oh, cool.
So this is like early, you know, before Roku
Yeah,
and stuff
pre-
like that.
Mhm.
And there was some glitches, but for the most part it worked.
Yep.
But yeah, I had all that stuff. And then Nick, in fact, he got a Galaxy S3. He's like, dude, you gotta get this phone. It's awesome. I was like, man, I don't know, because I used to I remember when Terry got his first Droid. It was a Motorola Droid.
Yeah.
And I used to rip on him, man, constantly. And then it was weird. He ended up getting an iPhone. I ended up getting Android.
Mhm.
But I got the S3, and I haven't been back, dude.
Right.
But I am about done with Samsung.
Yeah. Try that Google Pixel.
Because, well, I don't know. I kind of want something that's not proprietary.
That's what I'm saying. Get the Google Pixel.
Yeah.
It's just stock Droid. That's it.
Because like all this bullshit Samsung stuff. That's
Yeah.
on there.
Samsung. All Samsungs have that bloatware.
And I'll tell you what I don't like.
You don't use Bixby, do you?
No, that's retarded.
That thing's failed.
And then like, don't get me wrong. Like, you know, this is
There's some
S8.
great stuff about
It's
that
an
phone.
S8 Plus. It's a great phone. But I hate this curved screen, dude.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Go get the Moto G6,
I
son.
thought about maybe getting a Motorola.
You'll like them.
Because this curved screen shit's not going away. It's on the Note 9. I should have never got rid of my Note 4.
You had to though, right? Wasn't that coming on fire and everything?
No, that was the Note 5.
Oh, okay.
I never got one of those.
Okay.
I was gonna get one of those, and then they started catching fire in people's pockets on airplanes and shit.
Yeah, they stopped selling them, and then actually begging people to turn theirs in that did have it.
Yeah.
Because then, like, it got to the point to where they stopped pushing updates for it, right? Or they told
Yeah.
you we're not going to update
We're
this
not
phone.
gonna
Yeah.
update it. They weren't gonna support it.
Yep.
Like you had
That's
to
pretty
do.
much so.
But people were like literally, because I think
works.
because like one caught on fire on an airplane, and then after that, airlines wouldn't. If you had
I
they like
wouldn't want those guys
a
on there.
Note 5, yeah.
Don't come
Hell
on this
no.
plane.
At 30,000 feet, somebody's fucking pocket explodes.
Or in their front. No, me, it's only I always keep my phone in my front pocket, man. Since we're talking about phones, man, you got to watch the Rogan's last podcast with what's
That
his
black
name?
dude.
Marquis.
Well, I mean, I don't know his name.
Yeah, watch that one. And because, dude, they go straight nerd on phones. But dude, with the phone, dude, I don't like it to be too big now. My other phone was that LG I had. I actually gave it to Jaden a couple days ago because he dropped his and broke his. It was just too big, man. It was almost like a little baby tablet. It was huge. I think with me, 5.7. Perfect. And it's like slim. Like, look how slim this phone is, dude.
Oh yeah. Well, like so I liked the bigger phone.
Yeah.
Like I liked the Note.
And then plus it's slim. It fits in my pocket.
But
I feel like I got
so I got the S8 because
Yeah.
they were still unclear about a new Note.
Yeah.
And they come out with whatever the latest Note was. But anyways, this one's like long.
Yeah. Mine, that's how this one is. It's long. It's a little bit longer. See that? I like that.
Yeah. This one's pretty thin too. I don't know. I just put a new screen protector
As
on it.
thin as this, son. That's fucking.
It's pretty. We both can't
Get it out of the case, dude.
It's pretty thin.
It's thinner.
I don't know.
Let me see that. Let me feel it without a case. Dang. Oh, I know what you're talking about. This round. Do you have one of those glass things on there too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Tempered
That's
glass.
why your phone is actually pretty thin, but when you have that glass on there, that
Well, yeah,
it
because
thickens it up.
do you know how many times I've dropped it and those things have saved my ass?
Is this a glass back?
No.
Mine is.
Is it
It's bad. That's kind of the bad thing about this. It's like
No,
a
this
glass
is-
back. But
another one?
other than that, that's why
It's
I got
a nice
it.
phone.
I got it in this case, man.
This thing's, I got one of those privacy deals. So
that?
like you can't, if you look from the side, like look from the side, you can't see what's on my screen.
I see a B1 on there right now.
No, you don't.
Yeah, because now I can't even see the screen. I
Well,
see a B1. They're fucking.
Well, you can, but it ain't like,
You can't see what's on my screen.
well, because I have my screen turned up.
Can't see what's on my screen.
You're stupid, dude.
So what? You have that. All you got to do is go like this
Now
or tell
look.
somebody not to
Now
look. I can't even see your. I can't see the
Now look.
screen.
Now look.
I can't see the screen. You got to show me the screen if you want me to not see it. Whatever.
It's for those nosy ass people we work with. Bar 2 pisses me off sometimes, dude. At lunch will
He
be,
over the shoulders you do?
yeah, man. And then he'll be, and I'm like, the fuck are you?
I don't care when people look.
I'm looking at porn, man.
I don't care when people
No.
look over and see what I'm looking at.
Well, I mean, it's, I don't know. I'm weird.
That's when you just start searching weird shit, dude, to trip them out.
Like when you see those things on Facebook, it says like go to CVS and get like the most craziest things and go up to the, like that would be crazy being somebody that works at a store seeing stuff that people buy.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's all right.
Right.
You know. Out there protecting the city, man.
Yeah.
Wonder if they bust people.
I don't know. That's what I'm asking her.
Is the gorilla working? No, he's off, huh?
That's probably why they couldn't catch him. They were probably on foot. They outran his ass. He's like, oh,
That shit was
that's
funny.
gonna be the
Like,
fastest.
we were
kid in the world.
talking to him about running. He's like, I don't run.
Yeah, he's like, I don't run.
I'm not running.
Or dude, like, what if like the criminals are all of a sudden they show up like on like one of those rowers? Then those guys might be able to catch him
Yeah,
because I think that's what they do. Their PT
Their
test
PT
on it.
test,
They
yeah.
do that Concept 2 rower.
I think that's. I think Nick's police department.
I think that's what they do.
They do something similar to that too.
You know what I'm gonna do, man? When this heals up, I'm gonna go find their standard.
See
like,
what it is.
and see what it is, and just fucking destroy it. See
You
if I
should
can
be able
beat
to find it. You should
yeah,
be able to find it on
I'll
the
look it
city's
up and see what
website.
it is, and see if I can murk that test after coming off of a busted.
I don't know,
bicep.
man. Like,
Dude, rowing it's tough.
I
dude.
want to know, and like, not that I'm one to talk because I'm a big dude, but like, there's a lot of cops that I'm like
come on.
how? No, you just see like big dudes, big cops.
Oh, like they're like they're out of shape, maybe. Is that
Yeah,
what
and
you're saying?
you're like,
Kind of like the guy that got rolled up in the mall.
yeah. Well, I mean, I just wonder, like, if like, what happens if they fail? Like, what happens if they fail?
Oh, what happens if they fail their test? I don't know.
Because like, I don't think you can fire them for that kind of stuff.
I don't know, man.
Because I'm pretty sure they're union.
Probably that's something we could ask when we have our guest.
Good
on.
question.
Yep.
If you're watching, remind us.
Yes. Yep.
I'm just curious, because, I don't know for a fact if Taylor County has a program or not, but there's some big boys on Taylor County Sheriff's Office.
For that, man, I think their PT test should almost replicate their job.
Well, see, come to think of it, I think Nick told me they do like an agility thing. Like they got a course that not really an obstacle course, but they got to like jump a certain, like go upstairs and jump over a wall and go in and out a window and drag a dummy and do, do certain things in a certain amount of time.
They should have drills like when they pull. I don't know if they do it or not. Like a pullover drill, and you already know that this drill, that this guy you're pulling over, it's gonna get physical, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like that's your that's their test, just to see.
Maybe.
I don't know if they drill like that.
I don't either.
That'd be crazy, dude.
Dude, my dad was telling me he's funny, man. Like I like getting him on like we were watching Life PD one night because I'm hopelessly addicted to that show. We're eating dinner and I was like, oh, put Live PD on. So we put it on. So then he starts telling me like stories, dude. And he's got some crazy stories because like when he joined the Colorado State Patrol, it was still pretty new. Like the Highway Patrol was still pretty new. And this was in the 60s. And just some of the crazy, just the crazy
60s,
stuff,
dude.
Yeah, he said like he said that the Rainbow family was, the Rainbow family was just like a bunch of hippies. It was a hippie movement.
Yeah.
They were going to go up into this area in Colorado and have their like whatever they do, like they get like a bunch of them together and they drugs and like, fucking flower hippie love stuff out in the mountains. Well, so he got chosen to be on like a task force deal
to break it up.
Well, they didn't break it up, but they just went up there, and they would make sure, because there was like a lot of little towns, and they would just make sure that nothing crazy happened. You know what I mean? Like it was peaceful.
Yes.
Well, I guess the Hells Angels hated the Rainbow family, and they got word that this thing was going to happen, so they showed up.
Oh wow!
And like, there was this little town. He said people like when this happened, they like packed up, they locked their houses, and they left
because they didn't want to.
They didn't want to be there when any of this stuff happened, right? And so one night, like he got up and they would go get their briefing and get their assignments, and his assignment was to go patrol this town. I guess the Hells Angels moved into this town that was close to where the Rainbow family was camping out in the woods. And so he got tasked to go patrol through that town. He said he would drive through there, and he was told like, just go, just have a presence. Don't engage with any of them. Nothing. He goes, if something crazy happens, call back up or get out of there or whatever, But he's like, yeah. So he had to go like patrol through there. He said they were like,
he wasn't partnered up.
Solo.
Huh?
Yeah, he was. The only time that he was partnered up was when he was initially in training. Or if a sergeant come out to ride with him, or an officer, or a lieutenant,
like
or
a ride along,
come out,
to check how they're doing.
Come out, and
that's crazy.
Him, yeah. And he had like, I asked him yesterday like how big his area was, And I know this doesn't mean anything to you, but he had a really large area in Colorado, so he was alone a lot of times, especially if he was on night shift, because they kind of rotated shifts.
Yeah.
And when you worked nights, there was only one patrolman per area. The whole
Dude, and so
area
he's got to
was
go
yours.
out there at night, check it out.
And just cruise around and stop people. And I mean, he's got some pretty. I guess he stopped a car, and it was crazy because like they didn't have radios. Like
Oh my
he
God.
literally had. So he had a 38 special. He had like 2 extra cylinder that held bullets.
Yep.
He had handcuffs, and he had a leather sap. It's like this. It's like a piece of lead that's covered in leather, and you like can hit people with it.
Okay, yeah. It's like a rasp.
Yeah.
Right.
And then like that was it. You didn't have shotgun, you didn't have an AR, nothing,
Damn,
right?
dude.
And so they had a PA that they could turn on their car,
Mm-hmm.
and then they could hear radio traffic outside the car. So he said he stopped this car one night, and he called in the license plate number.
Yeah.
And because the tail light was out, and so he goes up to the car. And I guess he got everybody out of the car, and he was talking to him. He took the guy back, told him, he said, "All right." He said, "Well, just get back in your car, and just cruise to the go home or go wherever
Yeah.
you're going, and get the tail light fixed or whatever." Right. Well, he said the whole time that he was engaging with these people, the dispatcher was calling him like car 83, car 83, car 83, car 83, and he wasn't answering. Right. So then they start getting nervous. Well, he gets back and he calls in, they let him go and everything. And they were like, that car is stolen out of so-and-so. And it's like, it was 4 escaped convicts.
Oh, wow,
Yeah.
dude.
And they said, so don't stop them. Just follow them. Keep us updated the position. We're going to set up a roadblock. And so he just followed them until they got to the roadblock. And
And
then
they got him.
then they arrested him. And
Holy
got the guys out
crap,
and
dude.
arrested
That
him.
could have
Yeah.
went way
They could've
south
went
for
way south.
for old Kirby.
Yeah.
Wow, dude.
Yeah. He said then there's this other dude that he pulled over,
Jeez. Scary.
that he
Dude, and
arrested.
that's back then. Like you said, dude. There's no cell phone. You don't have a radio. Like, the cops now, they have it. I imagine they have it on their person. They can tell, you watch enough TV. Oh my God, dude.
Well, see, that's
can
why
only
I
imagine
think
how
that's why
that's
a
scary
lot
that
of
was.
cops now
Sketchy.
use the earpiece.
Yeah.
Because you can hear what the dispatcher's saying when they run the plates and everything. But like if you have just a pocket mic, then whoever
Yeah.
is close
So
to you
yeah,
can hear everything.
You can kind of be
So
a
then
little
you can
sneaky about
be a little
things.
sneaky
Yeah.
about things. But so this guy, he arrested him and he threw him in the backseat of the car and everything, and buckled the seatbelt. Well, I guess the guy got his seatbelt unbuckled and got the car door open and was going to jump out. And so he slammed on the brakes.
I
Right?
would like that to make him fall out.
And gets out, gets him and puts him in the front seat, like fights with him, gets him in the front seat. The guy's handcuffed and puts a seatbelt on him. And they take off down the road, taking him to jail. And the guy's trying to gets his seatbelt off again. My dad's trying to get pulled over, and the guy gets the door open and is going to bail again. And so my dad gets him back in the car, gets him seat belted in, and then he pulled that hasp out and he was driving to jail. And every time that guy moved, he just smoked him across the kneecap. And he goes, I don't know how many times I hit him across his kneecap. He goes, but when I got him to the jail, it had to take me and 2 jailers to carry him in the jail because the guy couldn't walk.
He broke his kneecap, dude.
Beat the shit out of him.
Don't get out. He's all the whole time he's driving him. He's all dun, 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 dun. That's what I've been envisioning, dude. He's trying to keep that guy in the car.
I got a really cool picture. I'll have to bring it over one night. It's when he graduated the academy.
Yeah.
And it's my grandma and grandpa and him, and he's standing there. He looks like a badass dude.
Dude, take a picture of it and then post it. You know what I'm saying? You can just
yeah.
do that. That'd be pretty cool,
And
man.
he looks like a badass. Yeah.
Oof.
He's got some crazy stories though, dude.
I bet he does, man.
Crazy stories.
I bet he does. That's awesome that he shares those with you, dude.
I'm thinking about buying him a digital recorder where he can just sit there and just when he thinks of a story, just tell it and record it. So I'll have that.
Yeah,
Is
it's
it
called
'cause
a cell phone. It has a record feature on there.
Yeah, but I want something that I can download because he's got an Apple. Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
get something I
Get rid of that apple.
Because what I'd like to do eventually is I would like to take like, because he's got like stories from growing up and about, you know, all of our family, and then, you know, all the different things, because he's done 100 different jobs, you know, and it'd be cool to have that, and at some point in time take it to somebody like an author, and not necessarily like write a biography, but just kind of chronicleize it and like put it in a book.
That's actually sounds pretty cool, dude. That sounds pretty cool.
Hell, I don't know. There might be some software out there that would do it automatically from audio to put it on paper.
Probably so. I mean, technology is so freaking badass now.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of like being scared, like, what is it? Two mornings ago, I couldn't sleep. I think my body's still kind of mid shifted out. It's 4:30 in the morning. I woke up, pulled a Jocko. It's like, I'm gonna go run. It's terrifying running at that time when there's no lights out, dude. Like, there's a road that comes, I think it's Meadow. Anyways, comes back up this way. Dude, I was like freaking myself out. Like, I had that little light right there, and I was like pointing it out into the woods. And dude, I was getting scared. Like, I was like, dude, this is a bad idea. And plus, there was still water on the ground. I was hitting every water puddle.
Dude, I know exactly what you mean.
It's kind of freaky. And then, you know what my time was? Dude, I ran that 1.5 miles, or that 5K. Yeah, they were 8:45 minute miles, dude, because I freaked myself out so bad. I didn't start calming down until I started coming down this road. But yeah, it was weird. Like, I was fine for like a mile. And then when I got to the end of the road here, where it's kind of like the houses.
Were you running with music?
Yeah. But I only have one earbud in.
I tell you.
And I was just like looking around, and you start seeing things, dude. I was like, I thought there was like a little person standing on the side of the road, but it was also garbage day. So people with trash can. Oh man, it's just my mind was playing tricks on me. But yeah, dude.
When I lived in Tuscola, you know that road that I lived on?
Yeah.
Like, if I left the house and I ran up to 83 and come back, it was like 2.2 miles.
And that's dark, dude.
Dude, so no street lights, right?
Yeah.
And dumb me, I'd never run with a headlamp or flashlight or anything. And of course, running in summertime, all times of the year. But,
yeah.
So then I had another path that I would run, and I'd run like leave, and I'd go over by like Jim Ned's school, and then I'd come up and run around. It was like 3 miles. Well, this one morning I'm out there I just started, man. And so I'm kind of, I haven't really got my breathing settled down yet. And I'm jamming out, and I hear footsteps.
It's the white lady, dude.
And I'm like, oh shit, what the and I hear footsteps, and I hear him getting closer, and so I start speeding up. And I'm like, I don't want to look back. And so I got to where I was going to turn. And when I turned and I looked back, and this guy's like,
that's just kind of creepy.
He was running too, and like he went past me, but
it was freaky. No, he's back there.
I don't think I really heard the steps. I just had that feeling
like
that somebody was behind me.
Like you're gonna get raped.
I was freaked out. I was like, don't look back.
Yeah, so I had that same feeling when I was running.
Yeah, so I know exactly.
It's a weird, eerie feeling, man, and I just kind of freaked myself out.
And one morning I ran up to the 83, and I was coming back, and I was running, and this truck's coming down the road. He's got his bright lights on, like I'm like kind of squinting, and I'm running. Next thing you know, I like my foot goes onto the asphalt, and I roll my ankle and fucking roll down into the ditch.
I bet that guy's driving like, look at this fucking idiot.
Yeah. And I pop up real fast because I'm embarrassed, my ankle's like screaming, and I'm like coming up out of the ditch, and that son of a bitch didn't stop.
Come to find out, as you're telling this story, you're going to talk to one of your buddies at the fire department. Andy, that was me.
Dude, that was funny. But the lights were so bright, and I was trying to stay like out of the way, because I didn't want to get hit. And I didn't know if he saw me. I mean, I'm sure he did. And I'm just all
when he was driving, it's like dumb shit.
Yeah, probably.
That's funny.
That was a good little track, though. I never when I lived out in the country, I
Yeah,
never ran
never
out
ran out
there.
there.
No,
That would be
screw
kind
that.
of really
Mhm.
scary out there, dude.
Mhm.
You'd have to wait till the sun came up to go do
Yeah,
that
like
running.
fucking mountain
Yeah.
lions and shit.
But like, yeah, you see how dark it is. Like that's how it is when I woke up, you know,
Yeah.
and went out.
And,
And
a,
then-
and a lot of people like to run when it's dark, man.
Dude, I'm glad I didn't see anybody out running. It's kind of like how you had that, like that guy. It would have freaked me out, man. Because by the time I got down this road, dude, I was already freaked out. Like, what did I do?
It'd be
I guess
different
not.
if they were coming towards you.
Yeah.
You
Well, no,
know?
I don't know, dude. Like I told you, some of those trash cans that were on the side of the road, I'm going towards that. And I'm thinking, I was like, is this dude gonna move or why is he just standing there? And then as I got closer, like, you dummy, it's a trash can. And then like there's some people on this back road, they have bigger trees that they had cut down. In the daytime, I see them, but at night it just looks like a person. Like
Like
this
a
person's
person.
7'4" standing there on the side of the road. I'm like, why the fuck?
Or
is that
something
guy
else that'll freak you out is like around the holidays and you're out running when it was dark and they got like those, like they haven't turned on the fucking Santa, you know, or the
Oh yeah.
or the animals that are, you know, that
Yeah, that didn't
light
help.
up.
Yeah, because some people have their Halloween stuff out too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it was
Yeah.
weird, man. Dude, speaking of, me and Jaden and my dad and my nephew went to go see that Halloween.
Was it good?
I liked it, man. I like that stuff. It's funny is my dad's never been to the North Theater with the nice seats.
Oh
Yeah, and
yeah.
he sat in that and he's like, damn. I was like, you can go to sleep, aren't you, dude? He's like, I might. But yeah, it was good, man. It's what you expect. It's like Mike Myers killing people.
Dude, he cracked me up when he was like, what did he say? Like you commented about your arm and your recovering and everything, got your brace off and all that. And he's like gonna have a hard time with happy time or something like
yeah, my
that.
dad.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, dude, that shit was funny.
Here's another thing that's funny, dude. That's my Jaden started ragging on me, dude. Like I was messing with him. Me and him were actually. He comes out here and he'll work out, right? He'll do some pull-ups and stuff like that, and he messes around on these rings. He's starting to do that stuff, you know, as a young teenager. So we were out here. Actually, it was in the living room. I said, "Hey, man, let's have a plank challenge." So we'll just do planks, and we did it on our elbows. I could do that, right? So we're doing that. And then Jaden starts shaking. We're probably 30 seconds in, he's shaking. And of course, I'm going to talk shit. I'm all, why are you shaking, dude? Like a bitch. And then he starts laughing. He puts it down. I was like, I won, and I'm still planking. He goes, you want to know what a bitch is? Here's a bitch. Oh, I did something to my bicep. It's torn. It's up here. I was like, oh, dude, he got me. He's like, look at my bicep. It's up here. Oh. He goes, that's a bitch. And then he walked to his room, dude. I was like, he got me, man. He got me. But what, you know, I always mess with him, dude. So he messes me back. But yeah, man, it's so funny. He was like planking. He's shaking, dude. I was like, he's shaking like a bitch. He went down. He's like, you wanna know what a bitch is? Yeah, tell me what a bitch is. Yeah, and
Get him on that Bosu ball, dude.
he imitated me, man. Yeah. So God, he got me, dude. I couldn't stop. I was like, dude, you got me, man. That was a good one. He's like, oh, my arm. I tore it up. Yep. That was a good one, dude.
So I had to tell you, like, I'm not a carpenter at all, right? At all.
I love doing that stuff, man.
I enjoy
Yeah.
it too, you know. I enjoy it, but
The cool thing about wood, dude, is you mess up, just go buy another piece, man.
unless it's already put together and like attached and
Start over.
so I bought all the lumber
Yeah.
for this little project I did, and I had to build a gate, right?
Mhm.
And so I got home yesterday from San Angelo, and I go out there and I measure everything, and I measure the opening, and the opening is 36.25 inches.
Why 36 and a quarter? Why don't you just go 37?
It's just how it ended up.
Oh.
Well, here's what happened. So I wanted to build the gate. I wanted to be 30, like the opening. I wanted to be 36 inches. Right?
Okay.
3 feet. Because I'm trying to get I was trying to have, because I'm gonna park the 4-wheelers in there,
Yeah.
and the lawnmower in there, and so that would give me the most room, but still a decent walk through.
Mhm.
You could still carry stuff
Yep.
or whatever. So I measured it 36.25, because when I put the bottom plate down for the wall, like I anchored it to the concrete.
Yep.
But like in the middle of the concrete was this big crack, and the concrete kind of raised a little bit.
Yeah.
So when I put it down, there's just a slight hump that comes down, and I guess that shortened it up 1/4 inch.
Yeah. Okay.
So no big deal. So I measure it and everything, and I cut the wood, and I figured, I was like, okay, 1/4 of an inch should be 1/8 on each side. So I measured, and I get everything put together, and I'm doing everything right, man. I'm drilling pilot holes so I don't
So your wood
split the
doesn't
wood
split,
and all that.
yep.
And I get it all put together, and it's square, like in the corners it's square.
Mhm.
And so I'd say, okay, well, I'm gonna get the hinges. So I kind of recycled a lot of the stuff that I
Sure.
already had. So I took the hinges off the old gate, and I got them figured out where I want them, put them on, and then and I figured, well, I had plenty of room at the top because the way the awning comes
Mhm.
down is at an angle, and I'm not good with angles. So I'm
Yeah.
like, well, I'll just make it straight. It don't matter if it's open right there a little bit, because all this is just to keep the dogs in the yard.
Yes.
And give me an open patio. So I had a little piece of 2x4 that I had trimmed off, and so I just stuck that under there, and I was like, and I set my hinges where I wanted
Yeah.
them, and then anyway, so when I go to put it in the hole, dude, it is like
Too tight?
way too tight. I'm like, seriously? So I go ahead and I hang it, and I'm like, and it just hits.
It's not even.
I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, man, I don't, because I got treated lumber, and like the hardware store in Ballinger has treated lumber, but
Mhm.
dude, it's so expensive.
Yeah. Treated lumber is expensive, period.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter where you
but
go.
it's more expensive there than Lowe's.
Yep. Okay.
And I get
Mhm.
10% discount. I was like, man, I really don't want to drive all the way to Angelo, buy more 2x4s. I was like, oh, Robert, before he left, gave me a sander. So I drive to storage unit, I get the sander, and I was like, all right, I need sandpaper. Mind you, I've got the sander with me in the truck. So I go into Ace, I buy some sandpaper, I get home. It's a belt sander,
Mhm.
not an orbital.
Yeah. So you
And
can
I'm
just.
like, shit, wrong sandpaper. So I go back, and I don't know
What size?
what size.
Yeah.
So I get one, and I go back too big. So I go back, and I get the next size, and I go home. So finally, I walk into Ace with my sander,
Yeah.
and I get the right one, dude. And I spent probably like an hour, dude, just.
Did you get it in?
Yeah, it works now.
Awesome. See,
But-
wood, you can manipulate that stuff, dude.
Yeah, it was
So
such
you gotta
a
think
pain in
about
the
it. It's
ass.
like a custom install.
Yeah.
Because you can't measure. It's a custom install.
Pain in the ass, dude. I hate it.
Well, dude, you want to wrap this one up?
Sure.
All right, man. Take us out, Andrew.
Alrighty. Hey, thanks for watching. Check us out on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Red Ball Podcast. Yeah, that's about it.
Cool, man.
Hopefully we'll have a guest maybe next weekend, or
Yeah, we'll get a guest.
if not, maybe Casey will come on since he ain't got nothing to do.
Yeah. Right. All right. We're out.
All right. Have a good
Late.
night.